guys. This video is going to be a little off path of what our typical things are that we post. I'm getting a hysterectomy tomorrow morning. Not to dive too deep into my medical past and what brought us to this point, but essentially after I had my daughter who's 5, there's just been some challenges and some inconsistencies with my body, and I did have an ablation operation done a few years back now, and I was able to get some relief from that. I was diagnosed with PCOS. Things in the last year have kind of been ramping back up, and at this point it's kind of a situation where there's not really much else that can be done intervention wise. So yeah, this is what we're doing. My hope is that I am able to keep my ovaries, but it is potential that they will be removed as well. So kind of something they're going to figure out once they're in there. But I did get my call from the hospital, and my surgery is for 7:30 tomorrow morning. I have to arrive at 5:30. I think I'm going to kind of make this video about my 6-week process, recovery, because I'm not really sure how much surgery day wise I'm going to be recording. But yeah, I'm going to be off for 6 weeks. I won't be able to lift more than 10 pounds, which is going to be super challenging for me, and that's the part I'm honestly most nervous about because I'm not really a lay low type of person, so that's going to be the challenge. But yeah, so surgery in the morning. I'm just kind of spending my evening now getting prepared for all of that, trying to get as much done while I can lift things. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the morning for surgery. I'm home from surgery. Overall, everything went really well. I actually was not there very long at all. My surgery I went back like at exactly 7:30, and we discharged a little after 10. I recovered well from anesthesia, and my pain was managed decently. I've been in and out of sleeping now for about 2:45, so I've been in and out of sleeping a lot. I just woke up from a nap, and I'm probably having my worst pain right now that I've had. I'm getting to the point where my narcotics are going to be due here in about an hour, so I think I'm hitting the tail end of that, and maybe the nerve block's starting to wear off a little bit. But yeah, I did get to keep my ovaries, so I'm very thankful for that. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I guess surgery overall went really well. Everything looked good, I guess. Nothing concerning that she found, so I would just get to recover. I have 4 incisions, I guess. I've got like 3 across the lower part of my abdomen, and then 1 up under my ribs. And that's where I guess they pump your abdominal cavity full of gas, and I was initially having a lot of discomfort from that. I'm not feeling that so much right now, but I don't know if that'll change once I'm moving around. But like, I was having pain up in my clavicles and up underneath the front of my rib cage. Yeah, I'm having a lot of lower abdomen pain right now. But I've just kind of been hanging out, and I did sleep a little bit in the recliner chair downstairs, but then the dog kept trying to get me his toys and waking me up, so I moved up to the bed, and I've been pretty comfortable up here. I've got this pillow that I've been kind of putting some pressure on my belly, and then they also have a binder on me right now, so I haven't actually looked at anything yet. I didn't ask when I could take a shower. They didn't tell me, but I'm hoping to be able to take a shower this evening because I just want to get the hospital feel off of me. But then maybe I'll take a little peek of my incisions and see how they're looking. But otherwise, I've just been snacking on some crackers. I feel okay. I'm just like not super hungry, but I know I need to eat something with all these meds. And then I've got 3 different medications here that I'm alternating every 2 hours. They said even if I wasn't in significant pain, just over the next 24, 48 hours to just keep those every 2 hours. And if I feel like I don't need the oxy anymore, to just take that out of the rotation. But I'm gonna keep using that for right now. Yeah, I'll give you guys an update next when I feel it's appropriate. So, just thought of one more random thing to share, just in case somebody else experiences this. Because I didn't come across anybody saying these things. But some of my worst initial pains, and I'm still having it right now, is in like my bottom area. And not to be like TMI, but it feels like when I gave birth. I felt it after both kids, and it's just like an insane pressure and pain. So I'm not loving that. Hopefully that part doesn't last, because it's like pressure and then lightning bolts, and not loving that at all. So just want to throw that out there in case that becomes someone else's experience, because I didn't hear much about that when I was looking into things. But yeah, I'll probably maybe do like a 24 hours and then go from there. So I'll see you guys in 24 hours. So I did decide to go ahead and hop in the shower real quick. I just wanted to kind of show you what I discovered. These incisions are a lot higher than I thought they were going to be. I thought they'd be down lower. Then that's the one that they pumped the gas in, and then I've got the 3, 1 in my belly button and 2 on each side. Definitely having some distension and some bloating, but not as bad as I thought I was going to. And my skin is pretty numb to touch, pretty much all over. There's a couple little spots, but pretty much all over. So I have a feeling that I would be feeling a lot worse if I didn't have that block. And goodness gracious, I feel like I can't even take a deep breath. The like pressure in my upper ribs, now that I'm up, those like gas pains are hitting again. Not up here anymore, but I literally, like, I can't talk because I can't take a deep breath. But yeah, there she is. All right, so been home about 24 hours now. Pain definitely got more intense last night, towards the end of the day, and then this morning now my nerve block has pretty much, I can feel everything now. So incisions are pretty tender. Moving around's a lot more difficult now, because as soon as I like activate my stomach, I can feel everything. So that's not feeling super great. I'm still rotating my pain meds every 2 hours right now. Bloating and stuff, so not like too bad. I don't see any bruising really that I can tell. I actually just had to call the doctor because my biggest issue right now is that I'm having like intense bladder spasms. So as soon as my bladder is full, and then relieving it hurts so bad, like to the point where I'm like, my body starts like trembling. Oh, it's wild. I don't know if that's something I just have to kind of work through, or if there's something they can give me for that. So that's where I'm at with that. I definitely feel like I need this binder now to kind of help give me some support when I'm moving around. It's something that they told me that I could kind of wear as needed, and I do feel like I need that extra little hug now. Yeah, that's where we are right now. I just took a nap, and I feel pretty good after that. Just again, a little more tender in this area. Okay, so we are about 48 hours now post-op. I'd say probably feeling my best. Definitely feeling my best yet. I've not been taking the meds as often. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to maybe not take any. I I only woke up in the middle of the night once last night. I slept very well, and I took a Tylenol in the middle of the night, and then this morning I felt really good when I woke up, but then once I started walking around was feeling pain, so I did take one of my oxys this morning, but then like just felt really weird afterwards. I just took like a 2-hour nap. My head felt funny, so I don't typically take a lot of medicine, so I'm gonna try to not take any today then, since my pain is feeling a lot better. I don't feel like I need it right now anyway. But we'll see once I start walking around how I feel. But probably just try to stick to the Tylenol and ibuprofen. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Still a little bit of like bloating down here. Definitely just feeling more of like superficial pains now, so like the incision sites. I'd say the gas pains are pretty much gone. Every once in a while I'll get these weird kind of like bubbling feelings in my stomach, depending on like where I'm positioned or when I reposition. I'm not having any of the bladder spasms anymore. I feel like I was up doing a lot more this morning too. Folded some laundry. Definitely like after a little bit needed to go and sit down, but overall like honestly not that bad. So definitely feeling my best today. And like I said, yeah, not looking too bad. Definitely still feel like distended a little bit, but and my belly button area is pretty swollen. But I feel like as far as 48 hours after a pretty major surgery, not too bad. We're also finally having some decent weather today in Ohio for the first time in forever, so it's nice to sit outside and get a little fresh air too. There's definitely there's a little more pain now that I'm up out of bed, but I'm still just gonna stick to the rotating maybe some Tylenol and ibuprofen today and not take any of the heavier drugs, because I feel like it's starting to mess with my head a little bit, and I'm not in like that much or that level of pain as I was in before. I feel like we'll see if the Tylenol and ibuprofen can just manage it for today, which I feel like is pretty decent still. Okay, we're 72 hours now post-op. Definitely feeling my best today. I have not needed any of my heavy pain meds since yesterday. I did end up having to take, I think 2. Got a little painful there without it after being up and around, but definitely don't feel like I need any. I didn't take any overnight, don't need any right now. I did take some ibuprofen this morning. But overall feeling pretty well. I actually just got back from church. It's Mother's Day, so I felt well enough to go out and sit through church service. No issues there. Just feeling a little tender with certain movements and stuff. Yeah, overall doing pretty good. I still like just don't really have any bruising, I don't think. This spot over here is the one that seems to be most sensitive to certain movements, but like standing up and sitting down still get like a little twinge over there. But overall feeling pretty good. So I think after this I might do more of like a weekly update. So we're 72 hours out now. I'm feeling pretty good, so maybe see where I'm at a week and then just keep going week to week from there. But definitely feeling pretty good. I still need the binder. Like I washed my binder in the washer yesterday and just felt like really uncomfortable without it while I was waiting for it to get cleaned. Yeah, after kind of being open for a while, it starts to feel like pulling. But yeah, today feeling pretty good. Okay, just back to give a little update on my 72 hours post-op day. I think I overestimated a little bit how good I was feeling this morning. I still haven't taken any of my heavy meds or anything, but after church we went to my in-laws and spent the whole day there, and didn't necessarily do a lot, but I didn't get to like lay back and ice and stuff, and I like literally feel swollen now, like so puffed out and ouchy. So it's definitely time to like, even my belly button is like poking out weird. It's hurting now. So didn't necessarily do a lot, but just didn't do as little as I had been the past couple days, and I can tell now at the end of the day. So I just took a shower and I'm gonna lay down with my, I don't know if I showed this, but this is my hysterectomy pillow that I found on Amazon. Put these little ice pack guys just into this pouch here, and then I can just hold it up next to me, kind of hug it. It feels good. So I'm gonna go lay on the couch and do that. Okay, so we are officially 1 week post-op now. Feeling pretty good for the most part. There was one day a couple days ago that I think I again overestimated how good I was feeling. There's been a lot of like ebbs and flows on how I'm feeling, and maybe just a little too much around the house, and then nothing hurt while I was up and doing the things, but then that afternoon was getting some, you know, more pain in my pain and pressure in my like lower pelvis area, and then my incisions were really sore. Try to keep it like pretty low key the last couple days, and I'm feeling a little better this morning. I also like that day went the whole day almost without wearing my binder because it just is getting irritating, but I think maybe my abs were doing a little more work, and I don't know. Just didn't feel great that day, and then the next day after, but doing pretty good today. I drove, I sat through my son's soccer game, so I feel like all things considering I was able to do that. It's not doing too bad. Still tenderness in the incision area, I'm sure, as to be expected. I hate the belly button one. It just like every once in a while gets this like pulling feeling, and I don't like it at all. These can come off on day 10. She said I could leave them on for my 2-week post-op appointment. She would take them off, but they needed to stay on at least 10 days, and at that point I want to take them off, I can. So I'll probably take them off and maybe do an update after I take them off on day 10. But otherwise my next update will probably be my, well, no, I'll probably update what the incisions look like after I take them off, if I take them off, but then I have my 2-week appointment with her. I did get a message from the doctor's office with like just the findings from my surgery, and they noted that my uterus was enlarged and boggy, and that my cervix was inflamed. And I guess all of those things are consistent with the types of symptoms that I was having. I think there's still further pathology that they'll do as far as like ruling out different diseases and cancers and stuff, but there's nothing that they found that makes them believe that those things are concerning. So all things good there, it seems. Yeah, I feel like that's about it for right now. Overall, just kind of been chilling. The weather's been decent this week, so I've been, you know, outside reading, but still up and moving around. Again, still doing laundry, light cleaning type stuff, but trying to take rests in between and not overexert myself even if I'm feeling good. All right, so we are officially on day 10 now. I just took my bandages off and got in the shower. I'm pretty surprised, honestly, at how they look. I thought that they would look a lot more intense. The bandages came off pretty nicely too, which was good because I was really nervous about that. Yeah, overall, not too shabby. This one has like a weird little dog ear thing on it that's probably gonna drive me nuts if that doesn't settle down. So I love that for me. My belly button one is not quite as, I don't know, I feel like it's hidden in there pretty well. It's not quite as crazy as I thought it was gonna look, but overall pretty good. I feel good that they're off, and hopefully that like weird pulling stuff will stop now that I took them off. I don't know, because I would still get like weird feelings when I would do certain movements and stuff. So we'll see how that feels now that those are off. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention, and I'm not really sure if it's a normal thing or I don't know, but I'm still having like discomfort going to the bathroom, like when I pee. It's not like as far as to call it pain exactly. It kind of feels like when, like if you've ever had a bladder or like a UTI, like maybe like the first time that you pee and you're like, oh, I think I might be getting a UTI, or just kind of like, I don't even know if it stings. It's uncomfortable. Like it doesn't feel like, it shouldn't feel like anything when you pee and like I feel something. So I'm a little nervous that that's still happening, but I guess I'll talk to her about it at my appointment. This week I have my 2-week follow-up in a few days, so if it's still happening then I'll talk to her and see kind of what she thinks. I'm hoping maybe things are just still agitated and need to calm down, because I don't really like that. But otherwise, feeling pretty good today. Kind of did a normal day today and not really any issues. I didn't wear my binder all night or all day, so feel pretty good without that now. But yeah, unless anything else crazy happens, I will plan to just give my next update at 2 weeks after my follow-up appointment with her. All right, we're officially 2 weeks post-op. I'm getting ready to head to my appointment. I'm not really sure what all the appointment's going to entail. We'll find out when we get there, obviously. I feel like I'm definitely approaching feeling back to normal. I pretty much feel completely fine, except for just occasional movements or like still coughing, or like if I laugh like hard, still pain in like my lower abdomen and in my incisions area. I feel like the discomfort I was having when I was peeing is a lot better, especially today. I haven't had any discomfort at all. I'm still gonna bring it up to her just in case, but I've had 0 issues with that today. So I don't know if maybe things were just needing to kind of settle down a little bit. Yeah, feeling pretty good. I have been outside, so I put some band-aids over my scars. So got a cute little suntan going on there. Okay, just finished my 2-week post-op appointment. She said that she got all of my pathology results back and everything was negative, so nothing to be concerned about as far as all of that goes, which we had no reason to really believe that those things were a factor, but just good to have that confirmation. She took a look at my incisions and said that everything looks good, it's healing well. She said that the like bumped up parts should start to kind of settle down as things heal. It's just the like underlying sutures and inflammation that kind of make them bubble up for a little bit. She said that I'm cleared to lift up to 15 pounds. It was previously 10, but she said that to just listen to your body, that's the most important thing, but definitely nothing over 15. She said to start walking, which I have. I took one walk like 2 days ago, like a mile walk with my daughter, and she said a mile's a great starting point, and to just kind of increase as I feel comfortable. Again, listening to my body. If I'm sore after, don't do it, you know. And then she said I could even start doing some like dumbbells, because I'm a very active person and I work out almost every day, so this kind of lay low lifestyle is challenging for me. She said obviously nothing crazy, like don't be doing CrossFit and HIIT style workouts, but I'm okay to do some like light dumbbell type of exercises just to feel like I'm getting some type of exercise in. And then I go back. She does a 6-week follow-up then to clear you for all restrictions. So she said she'll do like a full pelvic exam then to make sure that my cuff is healed properly and that there's no, concerns as far as any of that goes. So I'll be back in a few weeks then they made it for 5 weeks, which I don't know. Things got a little complicated there. I might have to call and see, because you're supposed to schedule it for 4 weeks from now, and she scheduled it for 5 weeks, which will delay me going back to work, because I have to have my job is not light duty, so I have to have full clearance from her in order to return to work. So I might have to see if they can move that appointment up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to stay off work an extra week, which might sound great, but financially might need to get back to work at some point. But yeah, again, feeling great. Just mild things here and there, but overall I think for just having an organ removed from my body 2 weeks ago, we're doing pretty good. I'm off to lunch with my sister right now, and then Jackson got a soccer game later, so pretty much just doing my thing with the restrictions of not pushing myself beyond my limits and not lifting. All right, we're officially 3 weeks post-op. Feeling pretty good. I actually went to a concert last night. Didn't really have any issues. I mean, it wasn't anything like going crazy, but like I stood the whole concert, was able to sing along, it was fine. So feeling pretty good. I this past week started doing some like light upper body exercises with some dumbbells. There were like a couple times when I got to like the end of my reps where I started feeling like a little pulling kind of uncomfortable feeling in my like pelvic area. So I stopped at that point and then like took the next day off, and I've been doing them pretty lightly. I've been walking like 2 miles a day. Yeah, I mean, feeling like normal everyday stuff, feel pretty normal for the most part. Still every once in a while an incision will get a little sore, and they're still like tender to touch a little bit, but nothing really significant. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. The scars are looking pretty decent. This one definitely looks the best. This one like started bubbling out a little. It's kind of funky. These ones still are a little ugly looking. Hopefully they'll smooth out over time. Yeah, 3-week post-op, feeling pretty good. I imagine next week I'll feel even better, and it's kind of to the point where sometimes I have to remind myself, or it reminds me, like, hey, you're still recovering from surgery, because I feel pretty good, day-to-day stuff. So yeah, we'll see what the next week brings. I will update you at 4 weeks. Okay, we are officially 4 weeks post-op surgery. I feel like I don't really have a whole lot to add from how I was feeling at 3 weeks. Day to day, feel pretty much like my normal self. Every once in a while, if I, again, like, not even lift something heavy, but lift something or move a certain way, there's still like a feeling in my like lower abdomen, like pelvic area, where it just like, you can tell something feels off, but not painful. The only thing that bothers me still time to time is just the incision areas, and that's really just if I bump them on something or brush something up against, they just, again, nothing crazy, just reminds me that there's something there that's healing still. Incisions update, this one again just looks really good. belly button's still looking a little funky, and then these ones are still ugly. Hoping that, again, they'll look a little prettier. I have in the past been prone to hypertrophic scarring, and I don't know why, but didn't even think to mention that to my doctor at all. I've not really had other surgeries. I just had incisions from having things removed, and they didn't heal too pretty, so we'll see if that becomes an issue with those. I don't know. Yeah, we actually are leaving for vacation tomorrow. We're driving to Florida. I don't foresee any issues with that. Again, just like the inconveniences of not being able to carry things. So that's the biggest issue. But otherwise, yeah, we're doing great. My next update will be at 5 weeks, and it will be from the beach. So I'll see you then. Okay, so I failed to do a 5-week update because I was on vacation, and honestly, I really didn't have anything to say. I feel like I really don't have anything to say now either. Tomorrow's my 6 weeks, and I feel great. I don't have any pain at all. My scars look super good now. I did notice that they started looking a lot better like last week. This one is the only one that kind of has like a bit of a funky look to it still, but I mean, that one still bubbled out just a bit, but honestly a lot better. So, you know, those look good. Having, like I said, no pain. It's really just been that I can't lift anything still. My appointment, so today's Wednesday, my appointment with her is Monday. For my 6-week follow-up, and then to be released hopefully back to work. So I'll just give like a brief update after that. But overall, I mean, yeah, pretty much feel normal. I'm not really having any side effects as far as like hormonal changes. Like I feel fine. I haven't really been able to tell like when my periods would have been, because I think I will have had like I would have had 2 periods now during the 6-week time span, and I haven't like really noticed anything different. Yeah, feeling good. So I'll just give like a brief update after I see her on Monday, just to kind of summarize how that all went. And yeah, feeling great. So all right, so just got back from my 6-week appointment, and everything went really well. She lifted all of my restrictions, so I can now lift as much as I want. I can return to work tomorrow. She said I can return to all normal activities, including running, working out, more high impact working out. She said just listen to your body, you know, don't go run like a 10K right off the bat, but technically speaking, like everything's good as far as, you know, being able to do that. She did a pelvic exam, and I did still have 1 stitch, like 1 loop of a stitch that she said has not dissolved yet, so I do have 1 more week of pelvic rest, but she said that that is not really an issue as far as like clearance for all of the other things. So she said it shouldn't be an issue, but just something to keep an eye on in the next week. So yeah, I don't know that this video will really go any further. Maybe I'll do like a 6-month and 1 year like quick little like update, just because, you know, I feel like there's a lot of negative things out there with hysterectomies, with like ongoing side effects, and I'd love to put like positive things out there if, you know, that ends up being the case for me, which so far it has been. But otherwise, I'm gonna just end this here. So thank you for going on this journey with me. Feel free to reach out with any questions that maybe I haven't covered. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.